David Fuentes, Hidalgo County Commissioner, Precinct 1.
What's been happening here in Weslaco today, Commissioner?
Well, today we're celebrating the ribbon cutting for the Mid-Valley Industrial Park, which is an expansion of our EDC, really, and bringing in new business. It's over 300 acres of available space. We've already had over 30% that has been sold and committed under contract, so it's an exciting day because we're going to continue to see growth in the city of Weslaco, and it's going to continue to move northward outside its normal city boundaries. This was outside of the city limits, and it was immediately annexed upon purchase, so that we're going to continue to see the city of Weslaco grow.
And you made remarks today from the podium and really pointed out that this is not just a Weslaco celebration today, it's the whole Mid-Valley, and Hidalgo County played a role in all of this.
Absolutely. So when the city of Weslaco approached us about how the county could potentially participate, there were quite a few things that were already underway and that we were already participating with. One was the drainage. Back in 2018, this area was devastated by floods, had a lot of water intrusion in homes. We acted immediately upon the approval of those bonds, and we invested over $10 million in real construction out here, with over 30 acres of detention facilities that are around here, a brand new ditch that provided an alternative way to get water out. And what that did indirectly for this area is it created basically its own new drainage system here. And along the north side here, we improved about half a mile of drainage ditch improvements to widen it, increasing capacity. So that was one way. The second way was we, with one of our major box users here, Glaziers, we entered into a 10-year tax abatement. At a certain percentage, we basically match the city of Weslaco and their investment in those tax abatements. So we tend to work with our local businesses when there's a significant investment in job creation and with investment in structures which will increase the property tax base. We're happy to work with our cities in Hidalgo County to try to encourage new business growth and new job creation. So then this aligns with one of the things that I was saying is Judge Cortez, when he came in here, he introduced recently the Prosperity Task Force. We recognize that we're in an area that is economically disadvantaged, doesn't have a lot of job creation historically, maybe not as many opportunities as you might find in big cities like San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, but we're slowly starting to see that if we help create those jobs, we help create a place for our constituents to come find real jobs that pay good money that will help get our area out of poverty. So one of the things when the city of Weslaco approached us in our office and how we could participate, we immediately jumped on board because it aligns perfectly with the judge's vision and the county court's vision of trying to create prosperity in our area. So we were happy to participate from that standpoint.
And talking of the Prosperity Task Force, I was reading just the other day how, as a Commissioner's Court, you've just been encouraging all the employers to utilize the Workforce Solutions programs or database, etc., because that's perhaps the go-to place for job seekers.
Absolutely, there's all types of opportunities that people may not know about. So the judge, I appreciate his efforts in trying to increase that awareness and letting people know where the resources are that they can go find these jobs. I'm excited to say that there's some other things that are under development. We just can't share them yet, but there's some really exciting, he has an exciting vision for us as a court, and hopefully in this year we'll be able to act upon that and create more opportunities for awareness and job creation.
And back to today and this industrial park, we should tell the viewers that the anchor tenant Glazers that you reference is right behind you in shot here. That's the Glazers building.
It's huge. You could fit 5 football fields inside of that facility. And that's the thing. Look, somebody had mentioned earlier, like, hey man, well, Glazers has an existing facility that's already paid off in McAllen. Well, right, but Weslaco has growth. Has the opportunity for growth. Other communities, and we appreciate what McAllen has been as really an anchor inside of Hidalgo County as a property tax base for us. I mean, we know the significance of McAllen, what it means to international trade and international retail. But Weslaco right now has the opportunity for people to really grow because it's got space. I mean, if you look around here, you look at Glazers, they could even expand more if they wanted to. So right now, we're encouraging people that are maybe limited in space to consider Weslaco because it has that opportunity for growth that they may be looking for.
And how important are the 2 international bridges you have close by, the one at Progresso and the one at Donna?
Yeah, and the other thing is that when you mention Progresso, that's been there. Representative Mando Martinez talked about the heavyweight corridor between the bridge and here that allows heavyweight trucks to come. And that's going to continue to allow a pathway for that international commerce to happen. But the exciting thing about Donna is that it continues to expand. I know that right now they're looking at funding and trying to figure out how they're going to do that. But the other thing is that the Hidalgo County RMA is looking at extending the IBTC, which is another corridor for traffic, trailer traffic, to be able to get out and maybe not go through local streets. It provides safety for our communities and local commuters, but it also allows for that international traffic to get out of the valley quickly and up to maybe some of our northern city partners like San Antonio and Houston, a destination place for them. It allows faster commuter traffic. So for that's really exciting for us to see that in the future. It just encourages more traffic to come through our area.
And part of that vision there is State Highway 68, I believe, from
Right.
Donna all the way to North Edinburgh.
Right.
Where are things at with that one?
Well, it continues to progress. You know, it requires there's a lot of procedure that has to happen, a lot of administrative stuff, and that goes from the layouts to environmental studies to right-of-way and easement acquisition. So it's in progress. You know, State Representative Mando Martinez has been instrumental in getting TxDOT funding allocated for that corridor, and we're excited about it continuing to move forward. We work with TxDOT. We continue to encourage them to keep moving it forward. So what's exciting is the IBTC touches that corridor and then it moves forward out. So it's really exciting that the pieces are all starting to come together.
And as we've got you here and we're talking transportation, will your precinct be affected when TxDOT develops that I-69 connector connecting 69 Central to 69 East, you know, like Edinburgh to Harlingen? Have you got any information on that?
Well, we just see a lot of growth, and the other thing that happened very recently is TxDOT designated the second causeway to be a state road, which opens up all kinds of TxDOT monies, billions of dollars. So the nice thing about that is that maybe was the first milestone in really saying, like, this corridor connection is essential, because that second corridor is going to need a more expeditious way for people that are traveling north and south along the 69 corridor to get to our eastern destination over there of that second causeway. So I think it's inevitable. Now that TxDOT has taken that first step, I think it gives a lot of confidence to us as local government that we're going to see that corridor continue to progress segment by segment. It's a large, you don't eat an elephant except one bite at a time. So we are going to continue to move this forward step by step. Every milestone is a major milestone because it continues to move this. You got to see these projects 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road. And as you know, Hidalgo County itself, and maybe it's to some extent the entire valley, is landlocked on the south, right? But east and west, as our communities continue to expand and grow, it really limits that our growth in the future is going to be moving northward. So that second connector, that second causeway is going to be essential for the continued growth of Hidalgo County.
My last question, is there anything else, Commissioner, you'd like to talk about regarding your work in Precinct 1? Any big projects you're working on?
Absolutely. We continue to work with our MPO. We've assigned, over the last 4 or 5 years, we've assigned over $100 million of new MPO money for road expansions. The same way we expanded Westgate from mile 9 to mile 11, a 5-lane corridor. Yesterday, we continued to encourage local participation on mile 10, a 3-mile corridor from 1015, which is the road we're on right here, all the way to Westgate. 5-lane expansion. It impacts 2 schools. It impacts a lot of communities. And as we continue to expand these roads, we improve drainage, much like we did here. With those 30 acres of detention that are right across the street, the new ditch system, the expansion of systems here, it allows for more usable and functional land here within the industrial park. So instead of them having, 300 acres, they would have had a lot less had we not. Maybe those 30 acres would have had to been on site. Maybe it would have been 270. So that opportunity to continue to allow our commercial industry to have space to come here. And we're going to continue to explore that. So every expansion, whether it's industrial, whether it's commercial, whether it's retail, whether it's roads, will always have a drainage component to it to make sure that we preserve the quality of life here.
Well, Commissioner, thank you so much for today's update, not just about this industrial park, but all the other good things happening in the Mid-Valley area. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.